So you want to buy a fragrance or fragrances for the man in your life. Now that the holidays are soon coming around, it's just about the perfect time to do that. And I have a small list of fragrances that pretty much fit every scent preference for men. And before I get started, remember that all the products that I mention here are affiliate links down in the description below. Now, I'm going to start with a very nice, kind of universally liked option, which is Dior Homme. This is Dior Homme Original, which they do not make anymore, unfortunately, but the Dior Homme Eau de Toilette or Parfum, or even the sport one, are all good alternatives. So, just the kind of regular Dior Homme, beautiful, beautiful, fresh, crisp, and clean fragrance. Whenever I smell Dior Homme, I always think of a very sophisticated businessman, you know, because it's solid, it's crisp, it's put together, sophisticated, you know, definitely not like a teenager's fragrance, not a party fragrance, solid, you know, and it's very long lasting, surprisingly, because it is a lighter fragrance, but it still has that projection, it still has that, that drive to last quite a long time. I would say 6 to 7 hours, so a good daytime fragrance, or, you know, work fragrance. It's very, very versatile. I would say you could wear this all year to all occasions. It is, you know, it could be formal, it could be casual, you know, basically whatever. So Dior Homme, just in general, is a very nice option. If you're unsure what to get, Dior Homme is, like I said, kind of universally liked, so you can't really go wrong with it. Then, moving on to something much more on the luxurious side, you know, more luxurious than Dior, I would say Parfum de Marly Layton. So Layton is definitely, you know, you might have to budget for this one, but this is an unforgettable, spicy, citrusy sort of fragrance. Definitely unique. I haven't smelled really anything that smells like this before, so, you know, if you want to get something that's really apart from the crowd and something instantly recognizable, unique, special, this will certainly do the trick. It is, first of all, a very nice bottle here, and heavy actually, but the fragrance itself, very powerful. Great projection, you know, people from across the room can smell this. At the same time, it's not obnoxious, you know. Sometimes when fragrances do that, they're too much, too in your face, trying to show off. But this, from this luxury brand, of course, it maintains its elegance, its sophistication. You know, it's very unique in what it does. And it's definitely good if, you know, the person you're trying to get the gift for enjoys spicy fragrances, because this is definitely on the spicier side. Not super spicy, but definitely in that spicy vein. And like I said, mixed with some citrus notes to brighten it up. So definitely a good option if you want to go something super luxury. Then, another one, which is also pretty unique, unisex. This is Mancera Red Tobacco. Hence the name, it is a tobacco fragrance, and it's also one of the most unique tobacco fragrances I have yet smelled, because usually tobacco fragrances are, you know, very smoky, kind of harsh almost. This is very different because it is mixed with notes that are a little bit on the sweeter side. Now, I'm not saying this is super sugary sweet or anything, but it does have a certain natural sweetness, which does a really good job of balancing out that tobacco note, which otherwise may have been a little bit too harsh. This also, because of how, you know, how heavy the tobacco note is, naturally very long-lasting fragrance. I would say 8 to 9 hours, really good projection, and again, it's not too show-offy or too in your face or obnoxious. Very smooth sort of fragrance. And like I said, it's unique because I really haven't smelled any tobacco fragrances that manage to do what this does with that balance of the sweetness and the smokiness. So just a very attractive fragrance here. Then moving on to actually Dior Homme again, but a different Dior Homme. This is Dior Homme Intense. which is actually one of my favorite men's fragrances. This has a beautiful iris note that, you know, it's hard to find iris in men's fragrances, but this does it perfectly. It is also mixed with musk mallow, also called ambrette, for a little tad of muskiness to be mixed with that floral note. And it's very powerful. I would say this is more of an evening scent. You could even wear this to go to parties, but in general I would say it's less of a clubbing scent and more of just like kind of an evening dinner scent, or just going out in the evening in general. It's also really, really good for cold weather because it is very warm and quite strong. But again, not overwhelming. It's just a very sophisticated, warm, strong, masculine scent. I even like to wear this sometimes myself because it is just such a, you know, attractive and solid fragrance. Then the last one that I have is definitely for men who prefer some, you know, fragrances that are as strong as possible. And that, I have to bring up Ambre Sultan from Serge Lutens. This is a pure amber, pure resin fragrance, and that's hard to come by, you know. Usually amber is kind of a secondary or even tertiary note, kind of just tucked away. This puts the amber in full spotlight, you know, it takes the center stage here. It is super resinous. If you've ever smelled, you know, resins, like chunks of resin, and then you burn it up and it creates this beautiful incense smoke, this is pretty close to that experience. This is super strong, and not for everyone because it is so kind of unique with its resin notes. It is definitely very long lasting. I would say maybe 7 to 8 hours, and extreme projection. You know, as soon as you put this on, people from across the room will be able to see, you know, smell what's going on. And it is super unique. It is, you know, because like I said before, not too many fragrances do this pure amber thing. They usually just put the amber under another note. But this is, you know, you can't get more pure amber than this, which is very nice, especially if you want something that will stand out. It's very unique. You can change it up a little bit compared to the more mainstream fragrances. Plus, it's kind of more on the exotic side with how smoky and spicy it is. So yeah, definitely something to stand out. But that was the last option on my list. So hopefully you found this video helpful. And if you did, of course, you can leave a like, maybe a comment, maybe subscribe. And I make videos throughout the week, so stick around for those.